Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are with our brute, Quintessence Lass, who's level 30, has 1.1 million experience earned, 200,000 to go to get to level 31, and our next couple of enhancement slots, and 20 million influence. And we are going to talk with Kelly Nemers and see if we can get into a story arc for the next part of Croatoa. She says if we move quickly, you may be able to prevent another person from becoming a ghost. Mayor Bauer hired an adventurer named Waylon McCrane who claimed he could rid the area of Tuatha. Problem is, he got himself captured. Can you go save him? Yeah, we can go save him. The Tuatha aren't going to know what hit them now because I'm way more powerful than I was the last time I fought them 4 or 5 levels ago. Three levels ago, whatever. And in we go to the caves. I guess tunnels. That are going to lead to Richte, maybe? What are these guys doing in Richte tunnels? Alright, so we are now level 30. We've got 4 toggles running, and we're on our way to 32, which is going to be our final power called Midnight Grasp, which I think is another area effect. And this character is rapidly getting to the point where we're going to need to move her up to +2 missions, because she is just so devastating that even +1s at this level are not enough. Look at that, just mows them down. Let's grab a little endurance. There we go. So we are crushing these guys, which is always nice to see. We got some, a whole bunch of oranges. Alright, this should be fun. And it looks like these guys are very resistant to negative. I think I already knew that, I just kind of forgot about it, but that's fine. Look at the damage we do, it's awesome. I love being able to self-heal like that. And our Fury has built our damage way up. This is my 3rd episode filming today. It's a Sunday, so, you know, it's sort of a day off. But it's not just my 3rd episode filming today because it's a day off. It's my 3rd episode filming today because I'm just having a blast playing this character. I just love melee in this game. And I'm really enjoying the dark melee effects and how these powers work. It's a lot of fun. As I've said, I'm not a fan of the touch of fear, but everything else is quite enjoyable. Now, let's see. I don't think the hostage is in here. But we can beat these guys up, no problem. At this point, I don't have any particular concerns about leveling up speed. It's perfectly fine for me if we level up quickly. I don't think we'll outlevel the Croatoa arcs, and after that, this level range in the 30s is not like the 20s, where I was very, very, very insistent on getting the Scroll of Tieleku and the Wheel of Destruction. There are no particular story arcs that I feel I need to get in this level range, and certainly we're not, again, as I said, we're not going to outlevel Croatoa, I don't think. So we're going to miss a number of the regular level 30 story arcs, 30 to 35 and so forth, but you can catch those in either the Silver Phoenix or Tiger Strike playthroughs, so you won't have missed anything. And you know, I don't feel like this character needs to experience all of them. It's perfectly fine if we don't see a couple of them. I'm not concerned with that. I started toying with the idea of playing a Dominator next. I don't think I'll do any Let's Plays after this. This is our final one, guys. I don't have any more to say really about City of Heroes, and I don't know how much more ranting you guys need to hear me do about Dungeons and Dragons, and I can do ranting about Dungeons and Dragons without City of Heroes going in the background if I really wanted to. And I'm not sure I really want to. It's okay to talk about it while we play COH, but I'm not sure I'm inclined to comment extensively on the game just as a, you know, as sort of an internet rant. You know, I'm not sure how much it's necessary for me to provide, for lack of a better term, campaign diaries about my campaigns. You know, it's fun to talk about while we run through these missions, and sometimes like this, there's not a huge story to focus on, and so if that's the case, then I guess it's, you know, fine to talk about other things like D&D or Champions, but I don't really feel the need. I missed something. I don't really feel the need to create like a video series like Matt Colville's or something. As I've said before, so many other people have already done it and done it better than I could, that I don't think that I could contribute a lot in terms of just sort of role-playing game theory and practice or commentary about D&D. Others have said and done it better than I could, so trying to figure out what did I miss here. Apparently something. Let's see. Anyway, since everybody else has either done it first or better, I don't really feel like I can. I don't really feel like I need to contribute that to the internet. I feel like the gameplay of City of Heroes, is really more my contribution. I don't know that there are a lot of people doing Let's Plays of this game. And once we're done with the Brute, I think that'll be the end of it. And I don't know, I might try some other games. I've mentioned this before, of course, but not been able to find any. I might still find one. We'll see. But I do intend to play a Dominator. I had done a Plant Thorn Dominator and actually narrated about 25 levels worth of it and never posted any of it because before I got a chance to post it, of course, Homecoming banned the posting of anything on their servers, right? Any video recordings. And so I did that. Plant Thorn is what I played in live to into the 40s. And so when it comes to that, I just keep thinking when I'm going to do Dominator, I normally think, okay, it's going to be Plant Thorn because I'd like to get Plant Thorn to level 50 since I got so close the first time. But now I think because I played it in live and I played it to 25 levels in Homecoming, that I might want to do something else. I was looking at the different options. I think that, and there's our target. I think that I might want to do Earth, like Earth, which I think is pretty cool. So I've been toying with that idea. also ice. Seems kind of cool. So I don't know. There are several Dominator sets that look interesting. I don't think I would do Darkness because we just did that. You know, I just did that with this character. Not that this character is going anywhere, guys. We are going to continue with this character, no problem. We're not going to stop. Oh, wow. Obviously, we need some pretty hefty defenses against this guy. Get our endurance back. Wow, this guy is kicking my butt. What's going on here? I mean, I know he's +1, but he shouldn't be that deadly. Alright, we should have him floored. Well, not floored, but at least we should have his to hit pretty low now. Alright, we got him. Took all of our inspirations just about to do it. Now this stupid thing should not still be here. Yet again, an example of how the bad guys don't follow the rules. Right? Any mastermind or controller of a player character sword who had summoned this thing, it would have disappeared the second they bit the dust. But the bad guys don't follow the rules. Alright, now we lead him out. Come with me. Oh, we better turn off stealth. And now we just head out. Now I have to just remember to turn the stealth back on when we're done leading this guy out. What are you doing? Look at this, look at this. He can't get around the rock. And this is why the leading out should never have made it into live. If they can't even figure out how to go around a corner, it should never have gone live. That's just ridiculous. Let's taunt, because it seemed like they were attacking him. Let's keep taunting. Do the AoE endurance, that also is a taunt. Alright, not bad. Now there are more coming. Again, trying to AoE them to aggro. So this is where you're not focus firing a single guy, but you are trying to spread the damage out as much as possible so that each guy is angry at you and not the person you're trying to save. Now this is a rough one. If they actually keep coming from up here, they can hit us from behind, so I've got to keep an eye on him. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like that was our typical 3 ambushes. And should be clear sailing to the exit. But yeah, I think my comment that I just made is, I stand by it. The NPCs running out of the missions are so buggy. They never should have made it past quality control. Whoever was in charge of quality control should have seen what was going on and said, you cannot put this live until all of the AI pathing bugs are fixed. And if you can't fix them, it doesn't go live. Anyway, we got a temporary power, which is what? A bow and arrow? Like, I need that. Go away. No, I always click info when I mean to click remove from tray. Okay, let's contact our contact, who says, thanks, Quintessence Lass. I know Wayland's very happy to be back among the free. I'm sensing a lot of mystical energy from an area nearby. I think something terrible is happening in the spirit realm, and I need you to investigate. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think it's important to stop it. So I don't know what it is, but stop it. It's very important. How can you know it's important if you don't know what it is? Again, there's no story. Compare this to the Requiem story. What do we have for clues? Nothing. No comments, no written dialogue, nothing. Their dialogue is 2 sentences. There's something going on, I don't know what it is, but stop it anyway. Like, what if it's something good that's going on? How do you even know if you don't know what it is? There's something going on, I don't know what it is, go stop it. That's the mission. Even the newspaper missions have more to them than that. So, alright, well, we'll do this story arc with this character, but I don't think I'll be back to Croatoa on any of my other characters, whether I record them or not. I won't be recording them, but I'm still not coming back here. And the main reason I'm doing this is because it's different, and I haven't posted this with any of my major playthroughs, so I feel like this will be different for people to watch. But if I weren't recording this, I would have already stopped doing Croatoa. Anyway, let's go on in and fight whoever we have to fight. So, free the Tuatha from spells. 4 creatures to free. So this is the Cabal. So we need to find the Tuatha that have to be freed. So let's find the limits of this zone, because I've never been in here before, and see how gigantic and humongous and enormous it is. As all outdoor missions, this is another thing that shouldn't have passed quality control, is they're too big. And somebody should have figured this out and said, no, you got to make them smaller. You know, you can have the background going out into infinity if you want, but the actual explorable zone can't be this big because it's going to take too long. It's too monotonous, it's too repetitive. It never should have made it past whoever was in charge when they made these things, whether it was Statesman or who. Positron, I don't know. Somebody should have stopped it. I mean, I think outdoor missions aren't a bad idea. There are just way too many problems with them, and the number one problem is that they're just too interminable. Too much needle in a haystack stuff. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to beat people up, because I have no idea where these guys are. So we'll just go from spawn to spawn and just hit tab target and just go after whoever's next. I feel like, you know, that's the most logical thing to do, because I don't know where these guys would be. I don't know this map at all. These guys are going to be fun if they're constantly running away in every single spawn. Well, somebody's caught in the terrain. She can't get out either, it looks like. Oh no, she's not. She's alright. Sometimes when they're stuck, you can kind of get them out by making them aggro to you, like that. Sometimes they just stay stuck. So it all just depends on, you know, how the geometry is working and how stuck they are. She wasn't, I guess, fully stuck. We do not need that inspiration. Come on. There we go. There's another initiative. Okay, you know what? I actually remember this map now a little bit. I feel like up around here is often where you find glowies and things. Whether that's going to be true this time or not, I don't know. My guess is what they're trying to do is drain my endurance. Which isn't going to work very well on this character because we have ways to increase our endurance. Although they may be a little hard, maybe a little difficult to do that with these guys because they don't stay in one place in order to... is this a lever? No. They don't stay in one place in order to be pounded on. Which, of course, makes a lot of sense, right? Obviously... in the real world, you wouldn't just stand there and get pounded on by the superhero. But, you know, games have to make concessions, for instance, to their control system. And City of Heroes' control system, especially when you're playing a melee character, makes it decidedly not fun to have to chase runners all over the place. Which is why people used to complain about runners all the time. I mean, I think blasters probably didn't care, but the scrappers hated it. And so did the tankers. Especially the tankers, because scrappers could put you down really fast, but tankers can't. Do we have another one over here? As I said, I think sometimes they're up on this wooden stuff. These wooden platforms. And of course the running is so much more annoying when you've got a prisoner, because if they run away and you can't catch them, it's then much more difficult because this guy won't register that he's been saved just because I chase them off. I have to actually knock them out. Well, I guess I managed to knock out the right one. And there's another one, so that's good. Did I even get anybody in that AoE? Okay, well we saved all but the last Tuatha. My guess is I'm going to have to probably beat up almost everybody in here to find him. I do hear one, but I don't know if that's the one that just escaped. Come on. There we go. So I guess we're just going to keep attacking. Well, I'll try to stay in this region because it looks like this is where the prisoners are, but I don't know if they're all in this region. It doesn't help that this is on a hill, and it's even harder to jump around the hills because of the way the slopes work. So when they're floating all around by you know, on the vertical relief. It's quite frustrating. One thing I have to say is, as much as I love most of the SFX in this game, one thing I've never been a huge fan of is the electricity. I feel like it looks cool, but I don't think it sounds very cool. It just sounds too much like a Jacob's Ladder kind of thing, and I don't know. Not a huge fan of that. It's the one special effect in the game I don't really like. Well, I guess we just keep going. I have no idea where this last guy is. You can see, we did all that fighting and all we did was this tiny little area. And so I have no idea where this guy is. And, I'm gonna give this video about another 5 minutes, and if I can't find him, I'm gonna pause it, because I don't think it's worth it for you to just watch me wandering around this grassland that has nothing in it but witches, and just fighting the same witches over and over again. I mean, it's so big. You know, if it was this size, it'd be different. But it's just so ridiculously huge. And there are so many spawns. I'm going to try to do up here, because I'm sort of half convinced that the last guy is going to be up here. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like this is usually where you find them. But I could be wrong about that. I just don't know. No Tuatha there. So maybe underneath? There's somebody over that way. Ah, there are more platforms up here, it looks like. Let's try over this way. Nope. Ah, but there's some over here, too. How about here? Nope. I am missing a lot. They must have high defense or something, maybe? And I'm just rolling 90s. Okay, let's see. There he is. Hopefully that will take care of it then. Oh, interesting. So a few of them came out of that door. Did you see that? A little ambush. I have no idea which one is the kidnapper of this Tuatha. This one, maybe? And that's it. Mission complete. I'm heading out. I'm not a fan of those outdoor missions, so I have no desire to stay in them any longer than I need to. Let's see what Kelly says. She says, the Cabal seems to be working its spells on all manner of beasts. What are those sorceresses after? What could they want? Sounds as though your intervention freed the Tuatha not just from their captors, but from their anger as well. Their own anger, I guess. Perhaps there's hope yet for Salamanca if creatures like the Tuatha can be moved to make peace. And we still don't have any storyline in here. So either this is going to be a very long story arc, or there's just not much to it. Well, it seems like there's still a ways to go, because I'm guessing we're going to fill this bar, so there must be another 3 or 4 missions. But we're going to do that in the next episode, guys. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Heroes on the Rebirth server.